we're giving it, we're laying it on the line for the Most High right now. We're giving it up for the Most High right now. We give him all praise for this day. And our first song is called Hallelujah. So you guys can sing along if you can catch on. I might need some volume maybe. This mic is going out. I need batteries.
So, how's everybody doing? I mean, I know that we thought that this was going to be tomorrow, so I'm sure it was hard for everybody to get themselves together to be here, but I'm impressed that you guys were able to make it, so give yourselves a hand. It looks like we got a lot of food, we got some drinks, so the Most High put it together despite the fact that we had so little time. All praises to the Lord.
All right, this next one was kind of put together. It was kind of put together, y'all. So we just want to give the Most High some praise. So y'all please, just, yeah, bear with us. It's high. Let me make sure. Okay, that should be the right one. All right, so you ready, Bosh? This one may need a little volume up there because it's a lower tone, so maybe turn it up just a little bit back there. All right, you ready? Fall down, Lord, please. Let it fall down, Lord, please. Fall down, Lord, please. Let it fall down, Lord, please. Sometimes it's soft as a mystic rain that gently touches our souls. It cools the fire that burns in us, and we simply lose control. So just rain down, Lord, please. Let your love just fall like rain, just rain. Lord, please. Just rain down, Lord, please. Let your love just fall like earth, just rain. Lord, please. Sometimes it's soft as a mystic rain that gently touches our souls. It cools the fire that burns in us, and we simply lose control. So just rain down, Lord, please. Let your love just fall like rain, just rain. Lord, please. Just rain down, Lord, please. Let your love just shower us, just rain. Lord, please.
Rain, rain, Lord, please. Rain, rain, Lord, please. Rain, rain, Lord,
Come on, y'all. Y'all stand up
Rain.
and do a little bounce.
rain, Lord,
Rain
Rain.
down, Lord,
rain,
please.
Lord, please.
We need it, we need it.
Rain, Lord,
Rain down, Lord, please.
Lord,
We need it, we need it, we need it.
rain, Lord,
Rain down, Lord, please. We need it, we need it, we need it, we rain, Lord, please.
your love is falling.
Rain down, Lord, please.
Your
think we done because I heard something. Did I hear something? I feel a little something.
What about like that? Like that?
Like that? Yeah, just like that.
I can do that.
Just like that.
I can do that.
Y'all ready?
Let's keep going with that, right?
Hey. Ready? Hold on, my brother. Said your change is gonna come. Be strong, my sister. For your work is not done. No. Just keep on believing and hold on tight. He's able to give you joy.
Zakarwan Ha Tharawaya.
It's Happy Feast of Trumpets.
All praises.
All praises. How many of y'all, this y'all first time celebrating the Feast of Trumpets? All praises. All praises. Because do y'all know that's a beautiful thing to know how the trumpet sounds, and when the last trump sounds, that you're going to know that that's for you? Because a lot of people, they hearing it now and they ain't even getting up. They ain't even answering the call. So I want to say all praise to the Most High. Happy New Moon and Happy Feast of Trumpets. Yep. So look, everybody that got their trumpets, we're going to do it like our forefathers did. When they had to go to war, when they had to bring the call in, whenever you hear the word trumpet read in the scriptures, just blow your horn. If y'all want to shout and yell and give the Most High praise, y'all can do that too, because this is the Feast of Trumpets, and this is what it's about. So let's get it. Let's get Exodus 19, Exodus chapter 19. I want 1 through 19, because I want to show y'all the Most High's voice. This trumpet is so significant to us hearing it and blowing it and practicing and rehearsing for that last trump. So I want to show y'all that the Most High's voice is considered like a trumpet as well. So let's get that. Exodus 19, 1 through 19. So remember, who all got horns? So when you hear the word trumpet, make sure you blow that trumpet, because this is a feast unto the Most High. You ready? Exodus 19 and 1.
Exodus chapter 19 and verse 1. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness.
So
and
this is during the time of the children of Israel being delivered out of the bondage of the Egyptians, right? Go ahead.
And there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a particular treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Lord hath spoken we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
So I came here to show y'all this point. Everything that our forefathers agreed to unto the Most High, they bound us to that same covenant, because we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob this very day. And we suffering from the curses that our forefathers didn't keep. But go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the 3rd day. For the third day, the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall surely be put to death. There shall not an hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through, whether it be beast or man.
So now we're going to see how the Most High's voice sounds according to these scriptures, and why it's significant with the horn, the ram's horn. Go ahead.
It shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount.
So who was blowing the horn at this time? Who? They were? Nah. Priest wasn't blowing the horn at this time, but go ahead.
14. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, Be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mountain, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud.
This was the voice of the Most High. That was the trumpet that was being blown. Right? Because this was Moses. This is when the children just came out of the land of Egypt. So the Most High was blowing that trumpet. How you think we're going to hear when Yahweh Shai come? So everything the Most High did in the Old Testament, he gonna reveal it again in the New Testament. But go ahead. But Jake's is forgetting y'all supposed to be blowing y'all horns every time y'all hear a trump. This is a Feast of Trumpets. But go ahead.
So that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God. And they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace. And the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder.
So that was the Most High's voice. That was the trumpet that the children of Israel were hearing and that they were scared of. Because imagine, remember a few years back, and they were saying, man, y'all hear that long blast? And they didn't know where it was coming from. Didn't it spook the people? It spooked the people. Just imagine now the Most High come and blow that horn long and loud. People going to be trembling in their boots. But read that again up.
And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long, and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and the Most High answered him by a voice.
So the trumpet was long and it got louder and louder. You know how we blowing and running out of breath? Just imagine the Most High blowing and it's getting louder and louder and louder. So the Most High's voice is like a great trumpet, right? Let's see who else had a great voice like a trumpet. Let's go to Revelations 4:1.
Book of Revelation, chapter 4, verse 1. After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet.
Just imagine, every time somebody speaks to you out of the heavenly realm, you can hear that it's like loud like a trumpet. You'd be like, man, that's power right there. But go ahead, let's see whose voice this was.
The first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter.
So do y'all think the angels were speaking softly to Jakes, how the Edomites portray them to be? If their voice was loud like a trumpet, they was like at a high pitch or a high tone, right? With that manly voice on the 10, right? Not that, oh man, come on, brother. Hey, get over here. It was speaking loud like that. The Most High got a word for you, brother. He needs you to hear this. It wasn't like, hey, man, I need you to keep these commandments. But it was loud like a trumpet. So with that, let's go here. Because that was an angel talking at that point. But let's go here. Let's go to verse 10. Because let's see let's get Revelations 1. 1 and 1, and then I want 10 and 11. Because let's see who else talk loud like a trumpet.
Revelation 1 and 1, the revelation of Yahweh Shai.
So this is the revealing of Christ being told to John the Revelator. But go ahead.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Mm-hmm. Well, drop down to verse 10.
Verse 10. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet.
So he heard the angel speaking loud to him, right? Go ahead.
Saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last.
So who's the Alpha and Omega? Yahweh Shai. Right? Go ahead.
And what thou seest, write in a book and send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and unto Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea.
So we know that this Christ, right? I don't need to go to Revelation 13 through 15, do I? So that was Christ speaking, right? So now let's go here. Because didn't the Most High create us in his own image? We're not going to even go there for the sake of time, but y'all could get that. Y'all going to write it down. Genesis 1, 26 through 27. Because we made in the Most High's image. But let's get this Isaiah 58 and 1. Because this is what the brothers go do every Sabbath. Right? Not just every Sabbath. They be doing it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Clubhouse. They crying aloud, right? So let's get this. Isaiah 58 and 1. Because y'all just thought Yahweh Shah and the Most High, his voice is like a trumpet, right? If we made in his image, ain't we supposed to mimic our Creator? Right? Go ahead, read that out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
So the scripture said, lift up your voice like a trumpet. I mean, you got to go out and speak loud to Israel, right? Because if you go out there, hey, man, I see you sinning, but the Most High wants you to do this. You think they're going to move? But if you go, hey, brother, you committing a sin, that's adultery, bro. I need you to listen to the Most High. If not, because you're going to get put to death for that transgression. So the brothers had to talk loud, like a trumpet, so everybody can hear, because y'all know it be loud in the L.A. streets, right? And brothers don't want to hear until you catch their voice. Just like Tazaiwan always say. Because, you know, we get the bootleg Christians, they be out there, you can catch more bees with honey. But Tazaiwan always say, hey, if you running across the street and I see you about to get hit by a Mack truck, you want to say, hey, turn around, you about to get smacked. But hey, turn around, you about to get hit. You going to turn around, right? So we got to lift up our voice like a trumpet, like the Most High and Yahweh Shah. Because we made in their image. But go ahead, read that one more time.
Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression.
That's right. Show them their transgressions. Let's get Exodus 20, 18 and 20. We're going to get another precept showing how loud the Most High's voice is. Because I just seen a movie recently me and my kids watched. And they be reading this book and they be mimicking the Most High all throughout this book. Sayla, what was the name of that movie we just watched recently? Zygon, something with, but the, Raiji or something like that. No, that wasn't it. The one with the boy, he turned into the demon. He had a pole around his neck. Yeah, Nezha. The cloud that came down, it was thunder and it was lightning and it was real loud. If you know the scripts, you'd be like, man, they mimicking the Most High in these movies. But let's see how the Most High was. Exodus 20, 18 through 20.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 18. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet.
The noise of the trumpet. The Most High always came with that trumpet sound, right? That's why it's significant for us to blow the trumpet, to hear the trumpet and know who's bringing that trumpet, right? But go ahead.
And the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. Mm-hmm. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die.
Because they were scared. The children of Israel were afraid of the voice of the Most High. That's why it's like, you know what? You speak to us, Moses, because when the Most High come, he like, he's screaming in your ear so you can hear him. And it's coming from the sky, so you can't just block it out. Right? But go ahead.
And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
So just imagine every time the Most High came, he came loud like a trumpet. Wouldn't y'all be afraid? The same way you was afraid when your mother and father was raising you up, every time they got loud with you, you was like, But if they didn't get loud with the children, guess what? They're going to get bold, try to buck up, right? Think it's a game. But the Most High was like, nah, I'm going to speak loud to my children so they get it. Because we going through a butt whooping now and we getting it, right? So with that, let's go here. Let's go to Numbers. Numbers 10, 2 through 8. Because this is how we are to use the trumpet. Somebody else can get Nehemiah 4 and 18. Numbers 10, chapter 2 through 8.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 2. Make thee 2 trumpets of silver.
So they was making 2 trumpets. You know how the Edomites, they always show you 2 regular silver trumpets. But they had trumpets like this, and they was dipping them in the silver. Right? But go ahead.
Of a whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly.
So the trumpets was used to call the children of Israel. You know how we blow it in during the new moon? And everybody assemble for the Sabbath. That's what they was doing, right? But go ahead.
And for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow but with 1 trumpet, then the princes, which are heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee.
So all the men would gather once 1 trumpet blew. Go ahead, go ahead.
When you blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward.
So when they blew an alarm, they went to war. They had to gather up and go to war at that time. But go ahead.
When you blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey.
Who know how the camps were set up around the temple? 3 by 3s, right? All around the temple. So every time a certain sound would sound, this camp had to assemble. This camp had to assemble. So they was in order going to war, right? Because if not, it'd be chaos. This tribe bumping this tribe, that tribe bumping that tribe, right? But they would sound that alarm and be like, you know what? It's our turn. Let's go. Let's gird up. Right? Go ahead.
They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. Verse 7, but when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm.
So all Israel will assemble, right? Go ahead, read verse 8.
And the sons of Aaron, the priests, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout.
It's got to stop.
An ordinance forever throughout your generations.
Because we still supposed to blow this horn, y'all. It ain't going to stop. But you got that Nehemiah 4 and 18? Go ahead. So we supposed to continue to blow these trumpets, right? No matter what. Nehemiah 4 and 18. Let's get that. We're going to speed it up a little bit.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, verse 18. For the builders, every one had his sword girded by his side, and so builded. And he that sounded the trumpet was by me.
So the children of Israel had trumpet blowers for the alarm. But you see, they had swords and horns. Who got a sword and a horn today? Brothers got a sword and a horn today. Don't get it twisted. If it come to it, we're going to have to blow sound that alarm and let brothers know and then go to work. But let's go here. Let's speed it up, y'all. Because it's a beautiful thing that the Most High allow us to come to his feast and partake in what our forefathers partook in today's time. Because we still in biblical times, right? Right? So let's get this. Number 31 and 6. Because the trumpets were also instruments of war. And I'm going to show y'all that.
The book of Numbers, chapter 31 and verse 6. And Moses sent them to the war. And Moses sent them to the war, 1,000 of every tribe, them and Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, to the war, with the holy instruments and the trumpets to blow in his hand.
So if you think a trumpet ain't an instrument of war, it's an instrument of war. So they was going to war with these. Not just their swords, they had a trumpet. But let's get another. Was that all of that?
Okay.
All right, so let's get here. Let me show you another instance how this is a trumpet of war. Let's get Joshua chapter 6. We're going to read 1 through 20. Now we're going to show how this horn is an instrument of war. Because, I mean, we blowing horns, right? Who's ever been close enough to a horn to feel the vibrations? Like you've been to a concert or you've been to the club and you standing by that speaker and it's the bass hitting your back, the horn blowing your ears out. Just imagine 1,000. It said how many? 1,000 for each tribe. Just imagine brothers blowing that horn. all at once. You're going to feel that vibration, right? But go ahead, let's read that.
Joshua chapter 6 and verse 1. Now Jericho was straitly shut up because of the children of Israel. None went out and none came in. And the Lord said unto Joshua, See, I have given unto thine hand Jericho and the king thereof and the mighty men of valor. And ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus shalt thou do 6 days. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns.
So they had trumpets which were made out of ram's horn, like this one right here. They didn't have them Yemenite horns, them antelope horns. They had ram's horn. Have y'all ever seen a ram hit each other? And all you hear, it be loud like, dang, I seen it in person at the zoo one time. And it was a blessing to see it because now, that's when I first got my first shofar. I was like, dang, that thing hard. So just imagine getting clucked with one of these. These are hard. You drop your sword and you clock somebody with this. Because remember Samson, he had the jawbone of an ass. He killed 1,000 people. This thing is hard. But go ahead. Oh, yeah, wrap around my You could use that like a low-key shield or whatnot. And then you could, man, just pop. For real. Because the horn, man, the rams got hard heads. But it's the instrument of war. They use it to blow during the time of war. But go ahead.
And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns.
So if anybody ever say that the priests was punks in Israel, they not no punks. Because the priests today, they in the churches and they hiding, right? They not even going out into the highways and byways talking to the people about all the stuff that's going on out here in these streets. But we out there, right? But the priests was out there. They was at war knowing that they can get hit by an arrow. They can get sliced by a sword. They ready to go to war, right? But go ahead.
And the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow with the trumpets. And it shall come to pass that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn.
Wait, hold up. Brothers in here slipping today, huh? Brothers in here slipping. They got horns out. It said the priest shall blow with the horn, right? Oh, y'all gotta get y'all practice on. Y'all gotta get y'all practice on. Don't just buy it and let it sit up. Because the scripture talk about when we go to war, we blow that horn, the Most High remember us. And he'll deliver us from the hands of our enemies. So if you ain't blowing your horn, the Most High ain't remember you during that time of war. You just going out. Remember, these are the Most High ordinances. This is what he gave us to do. He gave it to our forefathers. And it still stands to this very day. Because these laws were not done away with. Only one was done away with was the priesthood and tithing. Right? But go ahead. Go ahead. Finish reading. Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Verse 5.
Oh, excuse me. Verse 5. And it shall come to pass when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat.
So everybody was shouting. All of Israel was screaming and hollering, right? Go ahead.
And the people shall ascend up, every man straight before him. And Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said unto them, Take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord. Mm-hmm. And he said unto the people, Pass on and compass the city, and let him that is armed pass on before the ark of the Lord. And it came to pass, when Joshua had spoken unto the people, that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns passed on before the Lord and blew with the trumpets, and the ark of the Lord, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them.
Y'all slipping. Go ahead.
And the armed men went before the priests that blew with the trumpets, and the rewarded came after the ark. The priests going on and blowing with the trumpets. And Joshua had commanded the people, saying, Ye shall not shout, nor make any noise with your voice, neither shall any word proceed out of your mouth until the day I bid you shout. Then shall ye shout. So the ark of the Lord compassed.
Keep
compassed the city, going about it once, and they came into the camp and lodged in the camp. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of the Lord, and 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord went on continually and blew with the trumpets, and the armed men went before them. But the reward came after the ark of the Lord. We need some practice up in here. I'm hearing harmonicas and all type of stuff.
But y'all see how our forefathers rode? They obeyed the Most High, and they took the horns. They could have been like, man, that's dumb. I don't want to take that horn. What I need that for, to go to war? All I need is my sword. But we're going to see what happened when they took the horns and they obeyed the voice of the Lord. Go ahead.
And 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord went on continually and blew with the trumpets, and the armed men went before them, but the rewarded came after the ark of the Lord. The priests going on and blowing with the trumpets. And the second day they compassed the city once and returned into the camp, so they did 6 days. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day and compassed about the city after the same manner 7 times, only that the day they compassed the city 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew with the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, Joshua said unto the people, shout, for the Lord hath given you the city.
Shout! He told them to shout because the Most High gave y'all the city.
Verse 17. And the city shall be accursed, even it and all therein, to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. And ye in any wise keep yourself from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed, when ye take of the accursed thing and make the camp of Israel accursed and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord.
So I need y'all ready on this one. Because this is when Joshua commanded them to do it. So y'all ready? Horn blowers, ladies, y'all ready to get y'all shout on? Come on, let's get it.
So the people shouted with the priests. Blew with the trumpets. And it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city.
So because the children of Israel, they shouted and they blew the horns, which the Most High commanded them to do, they was able to take the city of Jericho.
That's right.
That's beautiful, right? So just imagine y'all had to go to war, right? And all you had to do is blow the horn. And you won the battle.
Certain Jakes ain't
They won the battle. They didn't have to fight or none. They was fighting spiritually by blowing the horn. Because what does the horn represent? The voice of the Most High. That's right. So it's only right that he have a feast unto his own voice, right? The Feast of Trumpets, y'all. So let's get it. Let's go to Judges. Judges 3:27 through 29.
The book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 27. And it came to pass, when he was come, that he blew a trumpet in the mountain of Ephraim.
So this is Ehud, right? He put to death the Moabite enemy, right? Go ahead.
And the children of Israel went down with him from the mount, and he before them. And he said unto them, follow after me. For the Most High hath delivered your enemies, the Moabites, into your hand.
So he blew the trumpet to sound the alarm to let the children of Israel know, like, hey, the Most High gave us our enemies. He delivered us from them. So with that, let's get let's get Judges 7. I want Judges chapter 7, 2 through, Judges chapter 7 and 2.
Judges chapter 7 and verse 2. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved me.
Drop down to verse 7.
Verse
y'all,
7.
Y'all know about the 300, right? This actually came out of the scriptures. This is Gideon and his 300, right? Commanded by the Most High. Go ahead, verse 7.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that lapped with I will save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the other people go, every man into his place. So the people took victuals in their hand and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men, and the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley.
So they took their trumpets to go to war. Drop down to verse 23.
Verse 23. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali and out of Asher, and pursued after the Midianites. And Gideon sent messengers throughout all Mount Ephraim, saying, come down against the Midianites, and take before them the waters unto Beth-barah and Jordan. Then all the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together and took the waters unto Beth-barah and Jordan. And they took 2 princes of the Midianites, Oreb and Zeeb. And they slew Oreb upon the rock, Oreb, and Zeeb they slew at the winepress of Zeeb. And pursued Midian, and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeeb to Gideon on the other side of Jordan.
Because they blew the horn, and they took their horns with them, and the Most High gave them that victory. Let's get Judges chapter 8, 21 and 23.
Judges 8 and 21. Then Zebah and Zalmunna said, rise thou and fall upon us, for as the man is, so is his strength. And Gideon arose and slew Zebah and Zalmunna, and took away the ornaments that were on their camels' necks. Verse 23. And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my son rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you.
So because they were obedient, the Most High delivered them. And they blew the horn, and all the enemies, they went crazy and was killing each other. So they didn't even have to fight. But they had to listen to the Most High and blow their horns, right? So go back and read that story. Let's get Numbers 10 and 10. Because what's today?
New moon.
The new moon, that's right. Let's get that. Numbers 10 and verse 10. You can get it ready. Numbers 10 and 10. You know what it is. Come on now.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets. Ye shall blow with the trumpets. Ye shall blow with the trumpets. Ye shall blow with the trumpets.
That's right.
Ye shall blow with the trumpets.
Hey.
Ye shall blow with the trumpets. Ye shall blow with the trumpets.
We bringing it in right. We blowing them trumpets, right?
Over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings.
That's right. Let's get Psalms 81, 1 through 3. So y'all feeling it? That's right. I see why the Most High wants to blow these horns, these trumpets, right? Go ahead. Psalms 81, 1 through 3.
Psalm 81 and 1. Sing aloud unto God our strength.
So we got to sing to the Most High. Didn't they do that before class started? That's right. Go ahead.
Make a joyful noise unto the God of Jacob. Take a psalm and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
So we got to blow these trumpets in the new moon. It's a new moon, right?
That's right.
That's right. We're gonna do it right tonight. We're going to blow them trumpets.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Ain't it our solemn feast day?
That's right.
That's right. Let's get Ezekiel 46, 1 through 3. Because we feasting with the Most High, y'all. We be thinking it's just about us just coming together. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, we come together. But all in all, we coming together to praise the Most High on one accord, right? So get that. Ezekiel 46, 1 through 3.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 46, verse 1. Thus saith the Most High Power, the gate of the inner court that looketh toward the east shall be shut the 6 working days. But on the Sabbath it shall be open, and in the day of the new moon it shall be opened.
Ain't it the new moon today? Our forefathers, they was feasting with the Most High on the new moons. Go ahead.
And the prince shall enter by the way of the porch of the gate without, and shall stand by the post of the gate. And the priest shall prepare his burnt offering and his peace offerings. And he shall worship at the threshold of the gate. Then he shall go forth, but the gate shall not be shut until the evening. Likewise, the people of the land shall worship at the door of this gate before the Most High in the Sabbaths and in the new moons.
That's right. So we worship before the Most High on his appointed day, his appointed feast, right? So with that, let's go to Leviticus 23. I want 1 through 4 and 23 and 24. Because this is what it's about right here, y'all. Leviticus 23, 1 through 4.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Hold up, I got a quick question. Who are y'all? Israel. So y'all know y'all the children of Israel? That's right, let it be known. Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
That's right, go ahead.
These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
So we proclaiming today being the 7th month, the first day of the month, which is the new moon, and as well as the Feast of Trumpets, right? So with that, let's drop down to verse 23.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month,
which is today, go ahead,
shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets. And holy convocation.
So we're remembering the Lord's feast, y'all. Go ahead.
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Ain't nobody working tomorrow. Go ahead.
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
So with that, let's go here. Let's go here. We almost done. Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 5. I want 12 through 14. Because these trumpets, blowing the trumpets, it usher in the spirit of the Most High, which we had a beautiful blowing of the trumpets at the start of this feast, y'all. 2 Chronicles 5, 12 through 14. Whoever got it, let's go.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 5, verse 12. Also the Levites, which were the singers, all of them of Asaph, of Haman, and of Jeduthun, with their sons and their brethren, being arrayed in white linen, having cymbals and psalteries and harps, stood at the east of the altar, and with them 120 priests, sounding with trumpets.
So the priests were sounding the trumpets, right? Go ahead.
It came even to pass, as the trumpeters and singers were as one.
So they was as one. So we're going to have to put that together, y'all. Two Nation Praise Ensemble with all the trumpet blowers. So brothers, practice, learn how to blow that trumpet sufficiently. We're going to get that going one day. Go ahead.
To make one sound, to be heard in praising and thanking Yahweh.
So they made one sound being praised and thanking the Most High. Go ahead.
And when they lifted up their voice with the trumpets and cymbals and instruments of music, and praised the Most High, saying, For he is good, for his mercy endureth forever.
Ain't that right? The Most High good, his mercy endureth forever. Because we the living proof of that right now, right? Go ahead.
That then the house was filled with a cloud, even the house of the Most High, so that the priest could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud, for the glory of the Most High had filled the house of the Most High.
So we trying to get the Most High to fill this place, y'all. Not just here, but everywhere the children of Israel keeping the commandments, we want that because we need that. So with that, let's go here. Let's go to Psalms 98, 5 and 6. Psalms 98, 5 and 6.
Psalms chapter 98, verse 5. Sing unto Yahweh with the harp and the voice of a song, with trumpets. And sound of cornet, make a joyful noise before Yahweh the King.
So y'all see how beautiful it was for the children of Israel to obey the Most High? Not just sing with your voice and other instruments, but also with the trumpet, right? Because couldn't nobody else create a beautiful trumpet and more beautiful than the Most High, right? Because who knew that he would take an animal and make an instrument out of it? And a weapon at the same time. But go ahead. Was that all of that? So let's get 1 Corinthians 14 and 8. Because you have to know what it sounds like. You can have any other type of horn. Like they got the Yemenite horn. They got a bull's horn. But what horn are we supposed to have? A ram's horn, y'all. That's right. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 8.
Verse 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound.
That's that uncertain sound. So just imagine y'all heard that. Would y'all be alarmed? But if y'all read that again.
Right. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound.
And y'all hear that, y'all gonna be like, man, that's the Most High right there, right? But if you hear that, you're gonna be like, man, what the? But go ahead.
For if the
What if you heard that?
For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
So who gonna prepare themselves? If y'all hear some strange, are y'all gonna prepare yourselves? Do that again, Yahuda? Because that sound like the sound that everybody's saying, man, y'all hear that? That's how it sounded. But it wasn't the trumpet of the Most High. So with that, let's go here. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5. I want 1 through 10. So we have to know what the trumpet sounds like, y'all. And that's not it. But go ahead. 1 Thessalonians 5. I want 1 through 10.
Verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
So is it coming as a thief in the night?
Con.
Is it?
Con.
Y'all sure? All right, we're going to find out. Go ahead.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
So if it's coming as a thief in the night, and it said, you, brethren, know that you are not in darkness, that it should not overtake you, is it coming as a thief in the night? Not for us, because we know. That's why we have to understand what's the significance in having the Feast of Trumpets. Because the Most High, he said, I'm going to give y'all everything so that y'all will know. Don't we know the voice of the Most High? Don't we know how a ram's horn sound now? Right? Go ahead.
Ye are all the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For God hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai.
All praises.
Con.
Because Yahweh Shai, the sacrificial lamb, he already died for us once. Now we got his word, and all we got to do is obey. Right? Go ahead.
Who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him.
And that's the ultimate goal, to obey the Most High, so we can hear the last trump. Let's get this right quick. Let's go 1 Corinthians 15, I want 49 through 52. But before you go there, let's get 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 through 13.
Second Peter chapter 3, verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise,
Which we know that now because we're not in darkness, right? Go ahead.
as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Because if the trump sounded already, would we have been able to come to repentance?
Nope.
No, we'd be put to death for our transgressions because we didn't know better, right? But go ahead.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
To those who don't know, because who are y'all? The children of what?
Of the day,
Of the what else?
the light,
Of the light, the scripture just said. Go ahead.
in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So y'all ain't going to feel all of this destruction that's coming because y'all know, right? Go ahead.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation?
So how y'all supposed to be? This is a question for us, Israel. We supposed to be holy, keeping the Most High's covenant, law, statutes, and commandments, honoring our brothers and sisters, right? But go ahead.
What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
So that's what we looking for, right? So now let's go to 1 Corinthians 15. 49 and 52. We got a few more scriptures and we'll be done.
Verse 49, and as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
That's right. We're going to be changed, y'all. But let's see how we're going to be changed, y'all. Because, man, it's a beautiful thing that we keep the feast of the Lord. So with that, let's get these last two precepts. 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 38, and then get down to 46 and 47.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 28.
Chapter 2, verse 38.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know what I heard.
See, you didn't hear the trumpet, y'all.
You said 2 and what?
38.
Second Ezra chapter 2 verse 38. Arise up, stand. Behold.
Hold up. I need you to say it like a voice of a trumpet. This is a pivotal moment. Nah, say it.
Got you. Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
So just imagine the Most High coming and telling you, arise up and stand. Y'all gonna stand up, right? But go ahead.
Which are departed from the shadow of the world.
So we departed from the shadow of the world because the Most High said, those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. By keeping these feasts, that's how you're gonna be sealed. When you ain't keeping the Most High's feast, you just letting them know, like, man, that dude, he real grievous. He be skipping my feast. He be skipping the Sabbaths. Like, what's really going on with him? Because he's supposed to be with the brethren as I commanded to gather themselves together and keep in my feast. Because some of us get tired and be thinking, like, oh, man, it's going to see the same old people. We're going to be around the same old people. We're going to eat the same old food. But read that one more time, up. Yeah, verse 38.
Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
Isn't this the feast of the Lord, which we read in Leviticus 23?
Come.
So these are the feasts of the Lord. This is how you're going to be sealed. So y'all might as well buckle down and have fun. It's the Sabbath. Ain't nobody got no work. And we blowing trumpets. We celebrating the new moon and all that. Because if you obey the Lord, we're going to see who's going to be there to see you through it. Let's get 46 and 47.
Then said I unto the angel, what young person is this that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands?
Because you definitely going to get a crown when you make it, right? But go ahead. Let's see who did that.
So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God, whom
It's Yahweh Shai.
Khan.
He giving you your crown. That's how you're going to be sealed in the feast. And Yahweh Shai going to come crown you, right? Go ahead.
Whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh.
All praises to the Most High and Yahweh Shai. Happy Feast of Trumpets! Happy New Moon! Blow your trumpet! What feast we on, y'all? We on the Feast of Trumpets. Blow your trumpets. Scream and shout for the praises of the Most High. Yeah. Happy Feast of Trumpets, y'all. All praises. All praises, y'all. What's up, Tazaywan? Yep. That's right. Any announcements? Hey, y'all, look, it's beautiful tonight. Celebrating the Feast of Trumpets. Make sure y'all take plenty of pictures with your brother and with your sister. Because that's one of the things we don't be doing all the time. We be ready to go. Let's take some flicks. Let's have fun. It's the Feast of Trumpets.